Hello, Jim Hodges here, Charlie here. Charlie is an 8-month-old German Shorthaired pointer, came in to visit us for our board and training program. Really good guy, really GSP hunting dog to the core, truly. He gets so distracted about things. He's constantly on the lookout. He's got imaginary little demons, little bugs come around, a little itches, he'll turn. That's a sign of a dog that's got a lot of hyperactivity or a lot of energy, if you will. What do we do with obedience? We teach calm praise. We want him to understand that calm is the way to go. So most times we try to build a dog up, we tend to slide it back down a little bit, at least until he understands the boundaries and the rules of the pack, okay? We still go through motivation, praise and consequence the same as we did before. Praise is a combination of words, touch, treat, toy, positive emotion in that moment of time when he does something that we like. Consequence is words and touch. As I demonstrated with you this morning, it could even be avoidance, ignoring him. That can be a consequence. One of the things Charlie does here is he's got a little bit of an anxiety issue and he starts to whine and bark. And as I had mentioned this morning, I believe the best way to approach anything is not with consequence, at least not with a physical consequence, not with a bark collar. What we try to do is teach obedience, teach praise, okay, so he understands what makes us happy, and then we ignore that barking, that whining. When he shuts up, that's when we give him attention, okay? You remember the analogy I gave with meeting people. He's real good about you guys, but when he meets new people, he's real excited. We don't allow him to meet people excited. We don't allow him to jump. If he does, we're going to bite the leash. But primarily what we're going to do is wait for him to calm down so he learns that calm gets praised, calm gets to me, calm gets me out of the crate or off of a bed or with me or what have you. So I hope that makes sense a little bit. You know, if you ever have a question, you just let me know. But we're going to start working. If he messes up, he's going to mess up. Or if I mess up, I'm going to mess up. There's only been one perfect being to ever walk this earth, and it's not us. We're going to make mistakes, okay? What we want to do is learn from the mistakes. As I said, today's 10, 11 days in, he's doing fantastic, especially with his energy level and his hunting drive from the GSP line, okay? So you ready? Let's go. Hear that tone of voice, trying to motivate him. The biggest thing in our working this morning is we want him here. We don't want him out here, out here, out here. We don't wait for him to get out here or out there to let him know. As soon as he starts moving from our side, we're going to tap the leash. Leash handling here, I come in and get the excess, loop it over my thumb, and I'm going to bite him. And when I bite him, remember, we start at a very light consequence. I'm tapping him right now. Does it look like it bothers him? No. But when I combine that with my word of NO or ant or something like that, he starts to understand what we like and what we don't like. So one of the things I notice is he wants to get in front of a couple of people. What do? We make awareness of that to ourselves, and as soon as he starts to move, we tap back into place. And he's a good boy when he does it. Whenever we provide a consequence, whenever he does something we want, we praise him. Whenever we provide a consequence, I believe we should praise on the back end to let him know this is what we want from him, okay? Nothing hard to do, we just do it. And we do it consistently, and we approach it from there. Let's go. So the other way to address the jumping up from behind is to step through him. By golly, that's what dogs do with you. If you haven't noticed it at home before, you will. Hey, let's go. Atta boy. Turn around, see how he's following me? He would not have done this 10 days ago. He was pulling all over the place. In fact, he was probably one of the hardest pulling dogs I have ever seen, okay? So much that his neck would get all red. He's really come a long way with that. Sit. Good boy. Hand signal for sit. Now, it's so important. You remember I said we're going to tap the leash to where we want him to go on let's go. If he didn't sit then, or if he popped up from the sit, I would tap the leash straight up. No, sit, okay? Emphasize no and bite at the same time, straight up, and then sit. Good boy. Now, when we tell him to sit, he has to hold the sit. The biggest thing I tell my clients is don't leave him in a sit because it can be uncomfortable. 30 seconds or a minute like this is fine, but don't forget, most dogs will go to sit when they're learning without training, and then they pop up once they get their treat. One of the things about Charlie is he's not a treat hound. He might be a toy hound, okay, but he's not a treat hound, okay? Sometimes he'll take a treat, sometimes not. That's why it's so important to combine the words, the touch, okay, the positive emotion, as well as with the treat or the toy at the same time. One good way to get a dog that's not really treat motivated is to work them before meal times. Of course, it's one of those things with you at home, he can't have food all day long. I believe dogs get fed 30 minutes. If they hadn't eaten, you pick up the food and they'll wait till the next time. Let's go. Sit. Good boy. So as soon as he sat, I praised him. Now, one of the things I can do is the precursor to the COME command is I'm going to release him. Break. Hold hand. I want him to come right here. I'm going to pet him. His tail's up. He's happy. Good boy. Good boy. In fact, when we're running around the house or he comes up to me and he wants to come up, I'm going to pet him and love him. I am teaching him that when he comes to me, nothing bad's going to happen. It's all about love, okay? Let's go. Good boy. Turn around. It's a little hot out here. Sit. Down. You notice he was already going down. Hand signal from the side is down. It's important. If he does it down, this is his head. No, down. No, down. We talked about consequence and their levels. We always start with the consequence where it's more directional. It's nothing. We're not here to hurt. We're not here to intimidate, dominate, break his spirit, hurt him, or have him fear you. If we do that, we're losing that leadership. We're losing that relationship, okay, that we have with our dog. Good boy. Attaboy. When he looked at me, attaboy. Let's go. So I could have gone break. I could have done whatever I wanted to do there. So we saw what DOWN was from the side. Sit. Now from in front. Down. No. Down. Good boy. So you notice the tap straight down. No. Down. Okay. Nothing to intimidate. When he did it, I still praised him. Okay. You ready, boy? What? Come. Now you notice when he started to come to me that time, when I broke him, because break is a release from the command. When I released him from that command and he started coming to me, I threw in come there at the end. Why did I do that? Because he's already ready to come to me. He's in a pretty happy state. And I marry that word come in his brain when he's coming, and he starts to learn, oh, this is come as well. So we can start to work on leash and off leash with the come command. Off leash, we never ask our dog to come to us unless he's already committed to come, especially with a guy like this that can be distracted by just about anything. You might come out here and you'll go, Charlie, look what I got. Hey, come. We get the commitment and he gets the toy. Attaboy, good boy. So on leash, off leash, on leash, when he comes to you, especially off leash, I don't care if he sits or not. The big thing is I want him to come to you, especially with him being a hunting guy and going to have all the acres he has at his home to run. The important thing is for him to come. And it's important for you to get his attention in the beginning, first few hundred times, get his attention, try to encourage him. When he starts to come, that's when you marry the come, just like with the break a while ago. Let's go. Good boy. So the next thing is loading up in a vehicle, all right, or getting up on the couch or what have you. Come on, buddy. Load up. Boy, good boy. Break. And that's to load up in the car or the truck, or like I said, even get on the furniture if he wants it. He's just looking at the tail of this stuffed animal, wants to play with it. Next, okay, buddy, place. Place is get on your bed. He can lay down, sit down, stand up, read a book. If you go back and play this again, you'll see where he found something imaginary around his tail area. Okay, you just ignore it and go on. As long as he's obeying you, that's the important thing. So he's standing up. There's nothing wrong with that. If he laid down, there's nothing wrong with that. If he sat, there's nothing wrong with that. The important thing with place is to get on your bed and stay there. He can easily do place for 2 or 3 hours at a time. Break. So what I will do is I might give him one of my antlers. I have a line of elk antlers. I may give him an elk antler to chew on. I'm going to supervise him because I don't want him to hurt his teeth or anything like that. I might give him a toy. I might give him anything like that that he can have while he's laying there. But he's not entitled to that. That's something I'm going to decide. I can tell him to place, and he's got to place with nothing if that's what I want him to do. Okay? Let's go. Good boy. So next thing, we come in, sit. Good boy. He's a little hot. It's a little warm out here. We're going to do the heel command. Heel is not a lot different than the let's go, at least the let's go the way we're doing it right now. But imagine you got a box. Remember I said we had an area with let's go. We've got a box. We're going to tell him to heel. His job, no, sit. His job is to stay in the box, and we're to help keep him in the box, and when we stop, he sits. You ready, man? Heel. Hand signal. We're going to walk. We're going to stop. Good boy. And now he has to hold that heel. So here we go again. Heel. Attaboy. We turn, see how he's staying in the box, but we don't want to do anything till he comes back out of that box. Good boy. Good boy. And now again, he has to hold it till I break. Good boy. So that's the mechanics. If he's heeling, if he gets in front of me, we're going to tap here, just like with the let's go. If we're asking him to sit and he doesn't do it, boom. Down is towards the ground. Place, and I forgot to tell you, if he started off the bed, we would just tap back to the center of the bed, okay? It's just that simple. As you know, I'm here for you. I think I've covered everything, yes. I'm here for you. If you ever need me, you pick up the phone, you give me a call, 336-945-3232. I feel very comfortable you're going to follow up and come here to work with me. All of my residency clients, if you ever want to follow up, there's never a charge for it. All you got to do is get to me, okay? I want to help you get to where you're going. And where are you going? In my world, I believe you're trying to ascend to become the leader of the pack. God in his infinite wisdom put dogs on earth as pack animals, okay? When he left his litter and came to your home, yeah, he probably knows you're not a dog, but that pack instinct is still strong. And what you want to do is be that leader. A good leader, not some leader that's not dependable or is going to fire off. We're always in control. We're always praiseful. Thank you so much. Jim Hodges Dog Training. God bless.